You're watching ESPN's Champ Week, presented by Principal. This is the ACC Men's Basketball Tournament, presented by T. Rowe Price. And we get set for our second semifinal of the night from Spectrum Center in Charlotte, ready to put the winner of Clemson and Louisville into the next round. Two of the hottest teams in the country at home there in Clemson. Louisville in the white. We're underway as they win the opening tip into the hands of Chucky Hepburn, who won the game at the buzzer against Stanford last night on a last-second shot in what was a great basketball game. Up top here for Jamon Hadley, and Hadley, a guy who had a great game in their first meeting. Here's Hunter, and he's going to stuff it on the other end. Chase Hunter.
And Chase Hunter and
Hadley with the rebound. Well, we had a great crowd, obviously, for game number one, Duke and Carolina. If you missed any of that, it was an amazing second half. First half, it was all Duke. They piled up a huge lead as Hepburn, but it won't drop down by Waterman.
And both these teams playing without one of their normal starters. Dylan Hunter injured in yesterday's matchup in the semifinals, and Reigns.
And he is done.
Yeah, so when you think about both these teams, Chauncey Wiggins, who was the starter for the majority of the year, back in the starting lineup.
Nice drive there by Chase Hunter against SMU last night. He showed why he's a first-team All-ACC. Got 15 of their 29 in the second half.
And Chase Hunter's so difficult to contend with when he decides he's going to go to the basket.
Edwards to the paint, and yes, nice touch. The fifth-year guard gets 16 a game for the Cardinals.
Love this matchup. Terrence Edwards, who Pat Kelsey said their defense changed from early in the year once Terrence Edwards picks up his defensive effort, having to go up against one of the best in the game. And Chase Hunter, who delivers the strike.
Well, the front of the bench respects the end of the bench, and the fans respect the team. Everyone works together for the overall success.
They absolutely do, Angel. And if you ever have the opportunity to go to a Louisville shoot-around, there is never more energy as Terrence Edwards gets the bucket. He made the third team. I'm not sure people recognize how valuable he's been to the Louisville team.
Shefflin up top. Hunter finds the cutter. Shefflin for the slam.
Nice find from Chase Hunter. I'm not sure how you lose. Ian Shefflin ached with it.
They're
goes
right.
Perfect with the orange uniforms, right?
Of course. 11-6 the Tigers. Edwards stepping back, can't drain it. Rebound pops up. Racing for that, Traore. He'll go back inside with the left hand.
And Traore plays much bigger than his stature. Pat Kelsey will often put him into guard fives, guard fours, play on the interior, but he does not back down to anyone. You're talking about the heart of a champion.
With one of the great names in college basketball, Abubakar Traore back up once again. Shefflin, man, does he work hard.
He absolutely does. And you're talking about one of the elite offensive rebounders in the game.
Hepburn spins, can't finish it. Zachary, the transfer from Boston College. Shefflin again.
But by Chauncey Wiggins.
Hepburn, ACC Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-ACC, the star last night, as he has been many times this season. And right on cue, he makes the bucket, and he has 4 points.
And Chucky Hepburn has been a problem for opposing teams to keep, and vice versa, for an opportunity to play against Duke tomorrow. And guess who will be in the building?
Well, that's right. Clemson said, "Where is our lucky charm?" Dickie V. Dickie answered. So he'll be with us for the championship game. The bank in close there by Chauncey Wiggins.
You can see early Clemson trying to take advantage of their size. Chauncey Wiggins at 6'10", playing the small forward position, can get an advantage on the interior and is taking advantage of it a number of times.
Pass barely got to Edwards. He'll drive it and can't finish, but it's tipped up and in by the chin of his pants. And James Scott wearing a protective mask right out of The Dark Knight Rises. He got hit in the mouth in a game back in February, lost teeth and everything. And the Louisville JB School of Engineering built it for him, and he's up high for another. Hepburn cross court. Edwards with 10 to shoot. Edwards relentless drive at it. No, but a foul. Edwards makes 79% at the line.
Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves. However, they may be about the same age in the stands.
Remember that?
Yeah, but Pat Kelsey actually stopped wearing them. Hasn't worn them since.
Going to contacts, backed up and in. Edwards working very hard himself. The 6'6" senior, and this is an 8-0 run.
Start this game.
Wiggins, 6'10" junior. And that's going to spin in on a nice move by Jaden Zachary. One of the 4 Tigers averaging double figures.
Great cut by Zachary to make himself available, recognizing his teammate Wiggins may have been in trouble.
Hadley draws a double. Hepburn from the corner. Got it.
Zachary, an elite Chucky Hepburn.
And Chucky with career start number 135 in his career. And that's every game he's ever played. As it gets inside for Victor Locke.
In the game today.
He said earlier this season, I'm the best point guard in America.
And he is absolutely on that list. However, he's not on the Cousy Award list, which is a travesty, OB.
Lockett slamming on the brakes and banking it in.
One up. Missing on the opportunity.
Selmibe couldn't do it. Now on the turnover. As Scott's on the bench with 2 fouls. Hadley driving in, flips up 2.
Smart play by Hadley, recognizing that Highbreeder was in the up to the rivalry that it is. As Jay Billis would say, Duke, North Carolina always delivers, and it absolutely delivered in the second half.
Duke had a 24-point lead. They were up 21 at halftime, and they had to hang.
Lubin also had an opportunity at the free throw line to tie it. Missed the first one, and then
his age and his experience, but he was just heartbroken, and so are North Carolina fans. Working hard underneath. It's Victor Locke for a basket.
And another office game.
Hadley pounding it into the paint. Waterman decided not to shoot the long one. Shot clock is down to 10. Hepburn to drive and kick. Hadley launches. Got it.
It's been a struggle for the Cards beyond the arc. Only the second made 3.
Nine to shoot here for Louisville. Edwards has had a tough time in this first half, but he'll nail that one.
He's had success.
Hunter. Under 2 minutes before halftime. Lockett flips it up and gets 2 more.
Lockett can't allow Traore at 6'4", 6'5" to guard him down there as a 7-footer. If you're Clemson, you go to that matchup every time. They're going to put a smaller guy on Lockett on the block.
Lockett has 11. Edwards swishes that one, and he had been 0 for 5. Kicked out for Hepburn. He wants to operate in the paint. Little fall away, yes.
Love the matchup.
Shefflin his second foul. Last shot time here for the Louisville Cardinals. Chucky Hepburn hit the game winner last night. Hepburn. Time to get off one. Here it comes. He can't nail it. And now the heave by Locken off the backboard and the first half. So Louisville winds up with the biggest lead of the. Let's go over to Angel for an update.
Well, guys, if you were wondering, or OB rather, if you were wondering why Corey had to speak a little longer during that halftime break, it's because Clemson was locked out of the locker room for an extra 5 minutes. That was something that coach was frustrated with, and as you know, going into the
me running around trying to find someone in facilities to unlock the door for the Tigers on my way back.
Zachary bulling inside, and it'll be a blocking foul. Chucky Hepburn is beside himself. His second.
And Zachary going to the rim, and it's been a physical game, but you are allowed, OB, to lean in, be able to lean in and dislodge a defender.
Zachary drops in C. Wound up the number 2 team after going 8-24 last year. And they're highly relevant again. Edwards will kick it out. Here's Waterman's shot. Got it.
And that's what Waterman does. He was 3 of 5 from 3 last evening. versus SMU, and now steps up and makes a big one for what has been a challenge for the Cards throughout this game.
Wiggins won't shoot it. Hunter will. Yes, sir. From three-point land. Man, they... Wiggins tried to bounce it. Picked off. Hadley to drive. Stop. Great hesitation.
Yes, nice patience by Hadley to get locking the shot blocker in the air. Chase Hunter is now in his 6th year at Clemson. Brad Brownell may have to trust him to stay away from getting that 4th foul and inevitably the 5th foul.
Downstairs and a foul too. As Hadley made it, and then he got drilled. He'll be heading to the foul line.
Javon Hadley won the steal and the layup, and then off of the cut, the nice find. Terrence Edwards celebrating the three-point play.
Valentine on top of that. Edwards banks it in.
Smart play by Edwards attacking Christian Reeves, who just checked into the game for the first time. We didn't see Reeves in the first half.
Reeves are big at 7-2. Once again, Louisville forces the turnover.
And Chase Hunter getting frustrated because it was very physical for him trying to get to the rim. No call on that possession.
Edwards leaning in. Kind of got dragged along there.
Trying to play through the physicality in comparison to the Tigers, who have been looking for
15 against Notre Dame.
Boost their NCAA tournament seed with a win over the Blue Devils in the championship tomorrow. Louisville, of course, wants some get back from December.
Shefflin to the opposite side to finally end that drought.
And the difference, OB, in Shefflin went to the basket to score in comparison to trying to get a call. That's the way the Tigers are going to have to attack the rim from here on out, because the officials are allowing this game to be physical.
The foul. So it's Edwards at the line. And
there is some competition. You go back to the 1990 squad. There have been some great teams at Clemson, but you absolutely can throw this team in the mix.
Well, they were an Elite 8 team last year. Shefflin with a dribble down, trying to get room to operate. Sticks away. The shot won't drop right at the buzzer.
And if you're Shefflin right now, carve out some space on the interior.
Again, Shefflin. Not this time, but a whistle.
Yeah, they're going to get Victor Locken, who pushed James Scott in the...
And foul shooting for the big sophomore, a challenge. Deposit,
yeah. Banks are not open this late.
Up. Zachary baseline. Breeder into the paint, lost his footing, slipped a bit, got it back, and he scored it.
Smart play by Breeder. However, Hadley's able to get out in front of traffic. Of course, Chucky Hepburn will find his teammates whenever they have an opportunity.
Zachary quickly to the other end for two.
And smart play by Zachary, recognized
with it. Somehow got it to Zachary. Point guard, Breeder. And was it knocked away from him? And it was. It was deflected. So it'll be Clemson ball. 90
role in motivating the team. Coming through the tunnel.
Building this program back to respectability and relevance. Boy, when you pick the right
fit for that program.
James Scott, by the way, picked up his 4th foul for Louisville. So he's in big trouble. Zipped into the corner, and a three-pointer on the money by Waterman.
And Lockton just fell asleep, not recognizing that Waterman is a dead-eye three-point shooter. He's already knocked down one earlier in this game. You cannot give him that much space.
Time here for the Tigers. Lockton got it. Boy, they needed that basket.
But what they can't afford is trade threes for twos.
Hadley can't finish. Waterman, and he'll be headed to the line. That's the spot they're in right now. They can't afford to be trading hoop scuffling at the line. We've got you covered on Selection Sunday. Starts at 6 o'clock.
Neither of these teams are going to be concerned about have a date with the Blue Devils tomorrow in the ACC Tournament Championship.
Entry for Lockett, spinning. Following his own miss, and that'll be a foul. It'll go the other way. Ted Valentine jumping in with the whistle. Now they're going to have to be separated. Locken getting heated.
Looking forward to this Louisville team still being very productive. From the NCAA regarding guys who played a year in junior college, Hadley could be back.
Fun on the bench.
Definitely have fun when you're up 13 right now, looking at a chance to play in the ACC tournament championship game.
Hunter, yep, it hung on the iron and drops through.
Possession not falling for the pump fakes.
Zachary gets it off quickly and airmailed by Clemson. Highbreeder trying to get back. Roos with the slam. And this is the biggest lead. Clemson's had a devil of a time scoring in the second half. Zachary slipped. Down he went. Shefflin saved it, but he's on the line.
Is up 13 in this game. It's because of their depth. The starting lineup, he's knocked down 2 threes, but more importantly, they're an even better defensive team to be successful. And there's no drop-off when they go to their substitutions.
Zachary pulls up to fire, no. And another whistle underneath.
And that's going to be 4 on Victor Locken. Back to the game was 38 to maintain a double-figure lead ever since.
And that was the time the offensive faucet got switched off too.
That was absolutely it, because you need Hunter on the floor for the offense to flow in the right way for the Tigers.
Long one. Hunter will knock it down from three-point. Hadley. He's got Zachary. Gets by him on a strong drive, draws the foul.
4 spot, but plays undersized, very strong. Allows him to be one of the toughest guys on the floor at all times.
64-52. Hadley will try a 3, and it goes down.
But you talk about all the different guys for the Cardinals that can beat you. We mentioned they've had 4 different players throughout this season score 30 points in the game. The first half, it was about Terrence Edwards. The second half, it's been about Javon Hadley, who
mentioned came in number 8 in the country in steals. And Chucky.
And there was debate about who should be the ACC Coach of the Year, and it went to Pat Kelsey. And I'm not mad at either one of those, but there, of course, were very viable options otherwise.
Three and a half minutes to go, and Chucky Hepburn hitting the deck, and the foul will go against Chase Hunter. He had a game earlier this season against Florida State where he made. Now, tomorrow night, just one game, and it starts at 8:30. This one didn't get
20 seconds away from that.
Wiggins looking for a bank shot, and that goes down.
Nice play by Wiggins, going off the bounce and using his size. Now the Tigers will try to pressure, get the basketball out of the hands of Hepburn.
Zachary gets it in. Hunter attacks. No. Hadley comes away with it. He's double up and fouled.
And if that's Victor Locken, that's going to be 5. That's 5 on Locken. And for Victor Locken, when you know you have 4 fouls at that.
I used to say, you know, you got him stuck at the baseline. Don't reach.
Yeah, you've got another defender with that baseline helping you out.
Zachary trying to get him closer, but can't. Rebound batted around. Loose again. Hunter went down on his knees in a whistle.
I believe they're going to get Traore for that.
He's 6% at the line. Traore.
I believe 7-2 early in this game, but Louisville has clamped down defensively. The Tigers shooting 36.5% from the field and 32.3 in the second half.
Clemson forcing the turnover. 70-58. Hunter back for Wiggins. Chase Hunter again. Off the fake. Got it. So back to a 10-point game.
The pressure has bothered Louisville quite a bit.
Broke it that time, ahead to Waterman. And now turned over.
And a foul on Waterman is going to send Jay-Z to the line. Could we have deja vu once again, OB? We saw a tremendous
2 shots for Zachary. And a miss on number 1.
Side of Chucky Hepburn be able to handle the basketball because the Tigers are going to try to take him out.
Zachary makes the second. 9-point game. And a fast whistle there by Tony Henry.
For the Clemson Tigers, most likely there will be substitutes at the table to be able to come in.
He had 25 yesterday in their quarterfinal win and gets the
game. Great opportunity for the Cards if they can finish this one off.
Highbreeder will scoop it and can't finish, but a whistle too.
Fouls. You don't want to put either one of those guys in a situation where they have to foul.
Breeder's second. He is 16 for 16 at the line for the season.
Hard to pressure OB as guards, and you cannot pick up a foul.
They break it for Edwards.
Hold up.
Yes, sir. And Scott with a dunk.
That's the way you have to attack. If you're going to get pressure, don't wait and pull the basketball out. Go ahead and take the 2 points, because that's the only way you can decrease the pressure.
Got to find that masked man out of the corner. Swished in by Wiggins. 74-66. Still time here for Clemson. And a foul by Shefflin.
Great foul by Shefflin right there. Was going to be another easy.
Go to the line, 69%. His first free throw tonight, too strong. We had an amazing, ridiculous comeback by North Carolina in game 1. So would it be, as Yogi said, deja vu all over again? Zachary. Hunter, a quick lift, got it. 3-pointer. And a timeout, Clemson. 1:17 to go. Louisville looked pretty safe about 10 minutes ago. Hepburn, and nearly stolen away, and there is a foul on the play.
And the foul is going to be on not take Jaden Zachary and Chase Hunter out of the game.
And he drops in the first one.
Gets the foul.
He makes the pair. 4-point game, and they press again. Edwards trying to get out of there. Knocked away, stolen away. Hunter trying to keep it alive, knocked out a play by Louisville. It'll be Clemson ball with 3:28 to go. Hunter on the drive. Got to go.
And now you can pull the pressure back. You don't have to pressure. All you need is a defensive stop.
Edwards needing help. Doubled up, got it free to Hepburn. This is a 2-point game. Another amazing comeback tonight here in Charlotte. Hepburn holding. He made a giant shot last night. Got it downstairs, up, and a foul. Oh, wait a minute, it was a tie-up on the play.
The ball will go back to the Cardinals.
Louisville will have. Hadley off the inbounds. Jumping and firing. It never touched anything. That's a shot clock violation. And the Tigers have the ball.
Best possible scenario. We saw no shot clock. I thought the tied up against Georgia Tech. It was a case against Carolina. And right now, Brad Brownell wants to talk it out. What they want. Oftentimes we've seen Chase Hunter go for the 3 and the win.
Clemson looking to get it in. And finally do. Highbreeder bouncing up high for Hunter. He's got the ball now. 15 seconds left.
Oh, switching defensively.
Hunter. Quick move to his right. Scoop blocked. Scott got a hand on it. And a whistle with 6 seconds to go. And a foul. And Louisville with a huge defensive play.
And Brad Brownell in disbelief that there's no foul on this call. That is a foul, OB. It's one thing to allow guys to play and be physical, but this has to be called. There's 3 fouls on that possession. Scott fouls him from behind.
Wow.
Traore fouls him across his body.
And Hepburn misses the foul shot. Take another look. No whistle on that. Hepburn's second. And he got that one.
Still time.
6 seconds left. 3-point game. Here comes Hunter. Looking to tie it. Flips it up there. Louisville with the rebound, and they hang on to win it 76-73. The Cardinals are into the championship of the ACC tournament. And a wild finish again, just like we had in game 1, where Duke hung on for the win. Now it will be the Duke Blue Devils against Louisville to decide the ACC tournament title.